to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's the week of July 11th, 2023. Wanted to apologize, first of all. This was supposed to come out yesterday, but yeah, I was traveling back from Michigan, and yeah, I don't know. I want to blame American Airlines because they canceled the flight, and I drove here, and I got back like at 3 a.m., and I thought I'd have time to edit, but I didn't, so I don't know. American Airlines, you suck, or Canada and the fires that you can't put out. I don't know why. You can't get into New York right now. It's crazy. But yeah, so if you're still listening on Tuesday, yeah, happy Tuesday. Excited for this week. We have a few more South Carolina guests, and this guest today is one of my favorite new friends in comedy, new buddy. He's awesome. I like him because he's a good hype man, very positive. He says a lot of encouraging things to me and new comics. Our guest today, Zach Stevens. Zach's the man. He's great. Today we had a really good conversation. We hear Zach's origin story in comedy, and how he kind of takes a negative thing and puts a positive spin on it. Actually, the first thing we talk about is why are comedians so negative? It's a good question. I don't know. Zach has some thoughts on that. Like, negativity seems to be funny, especially if you can kind of turn it around. Zach's upbringing, he kind of has a rough childhood. He walks us through that. He's pretty transparent about what it was like growing up, having a parent with substance abuse issues, and overcoming some of that. Talk about what it was like growing up in the mountains of Silva, North Carolina, west of Asheville. We talk about Las Vegas. Zach's a little bit of a gambler. And combine that with his troubled childhood. He's got a lot of similarities to the great Norm Macdonald. So we think Zach might be, another great comic. Talk about our favorite stand-ups. I gush over Rory Scovel like I always do. Some of Zach's favorites like David Tell and Johnny Marone. Well, if you guys in Greenville remember Johnny Marone, Johnny swags, dude. He's an interesting guy. That's quite the pick for your favorite comedian, Johnny Marone. We get Zach's happiness score on a scale of 1 to 10. Zach rolls at a 7.58. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I was going to ask you guys, today, this Tuesday morning, or whenever you're watching this, what is your happiness score if you had to rate it 1 to 10? I'm probably 5 right now because I am freaking exhausted. But yeah, talk about Zach's single. So we talk about relationships a little bit. Single ladies, if you want to hit Zach up. Zach tells a story about moving from the service industry. I really like this story. He was in the service industry for 10 years, and then he finished his college degree during COVID. He had partially done it, and then he went back to school and finished it and took control of his career, turned it around, got into a job that he was happier about, and really proud of that accomplishment. I thought that was really cool. So motivation out there for you. We talked about a lot of other stuff too. Interview's about an hour and a half. I think you'll enjoy it. Hope you do. I'm not going to do the local comedy shows, but reminder, follow Greenville SC Comedy on Instagram. They'll promote all the local shows, so you can have something there. And Bane Bear actually commented on the YouTube. Shout out Bane Bear, that he liked this SC Comedy shows in the intro. So I'm not going to do those, but I don't know. What would you guys like to hear in the intros? I never asked that, but I had some ideas. I watched a ton of crap, so I could give you recommendations for stuff that I like, or other people do. Joke ideas. I did that for a little bit. Personal updates about what's going on in New York. Pretty self-indulgent, but whatever. Or other suggestions. Or do you want me to stop doing intros altogether and just go straight to the interview? That's fine too. You don't want to see me at the beginning. That's fine. But anyway, let me know. Put something in the comments. All right. Thanks everybody so much for listening. Appreciate y'all. South Carolina peeps. Hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Zach. Here it is. Just screw up the audio quality?
Yeah, got to, man. Fuck these people. Fuck these people.
Welcome,
What's
Zach
up?
Stevens, to the show.
How we doing?
Doing good. You asked a question before we started recording. Why are comedians so negative?
Yeah.
Because you're positive.
I try to be.
Why do you think comedians are negative?
I think because I do think negative emotions are funny. Which is why there are so many comedians who've had fucked up lives. I can cuss on this? Yeah? Fuck. Shit. No! So many comedians have messed up lives. And there's humor in that. I don't know. I think that's it. Being positive and cheery, that's just, not funny.
No, that's a good observation. No. Actually, I feel like that is true. Because it seems like sometimes where I like to write jokes. Are you good with your back there?
I'm good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big guy. I need all the space.
I need the lumbar support on mine. That's why I have my extra pillow.
I have a fat arse, so I need a fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like, the stuff that, I don't know, ranty type stuff about what really annoys you is good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Like, that's where you sometimes find material. Stuff you hate, stuff that really bothers you. Like, Larry David made his whole career based off that.
Yes, he did.
So...
Especially because the things that bother us are usually so little and tedious, and that's one of the things that are just so unique to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see somebody losing their mind on stage about something that's kind of trivial, and they're like, wow, this guy, yeah.
Yes.
But it's kind of ironic, though, because there's a lot of, I don't know. I'm with you, man. I'm very happy.
Yeah. I
like to be happy. And you get so much joy out of it. It's so freaking fun.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up kind of I had a rough childhood. Oh, it's the sad podcast.
Did you?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah. So I've always programmed my mind since I was young to look at the bright side. And it's got me through some shit and gets me through life.
Can we talk about the childhood
Let's
shit?
go for it, dude.
I'm a sucker for, like, origin stories and, like...
Hell yeah, dude.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah.
We don't have to go... graphic or vivid or like whatever you're comfortable.
Whatever you want me to talk about, I got you, brother.
I don't know about you. Yeah.
So my father is a drug addict. I have a big bit about this on stage.
Yeah.
Comparing him to Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, two-sport athlete. Yeah.
That's right.
Which is dark.
It's dark.
Is he kind of beating it or
no? He's still in the doldrums.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, he's not a good guy. So.
Oh.
So I had that, and my mom's got mental illness issues. So I was raised by my grandmother and by one of the men my mother married, who was briefly my stepfather. So lived with him for a while. He kind of had like a mentor relationship. I had a mentor relationship with him, and then my grandmother. So bounced around, family drama. We're from the hills of North Carolina, so it's
which city?
Silva. So it's near Asheville. It's about 30 minutes west of Asheville.
Okay. So you grew up in the mountains?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I moved here when I was like 6, but I would go to Silva a lot and see cousins, uncles. Yeah.
Yeah. But you have memories then, like up to when you were 6.
For sure.
What was it like growing up there?
It's much different than Greenville. It's a small town. The only thing in Silva for forever that everyone worked at was a paper factory.
Okay.
This paper factory was so shitty they couldn't offshore it. It's
a paper mill?
Like a paper mill, yeah.
Okay.
And it made the whole town smell like ass.
Yeah. Is this where George Wagner's from?
So George, it's not the same place, but George has talked about a place very close and very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess Western North Carolina is just the American hotbed for paper mills, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then when Silva got a Walmart, it was like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
They're just...
You guys arrived.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know where Western North Carolina is?
The college?
Mm-hmm. No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
Near there, though?
Yeah, near there. It's in Cullowhee.
Gotcha. So everybody in town works at the paper mill?
Pretty much,
most of the folks?
Yep.
Okay. And then as a kid, what kind of stuff did you do for fun when you were age 6 and under?
I mean, it was.
Is there cool stuff to do in the mountains?
Not my grandfather had a small farm, so I'd play on the farm and we just run around in the rivers, and it was that part of my childhood was good. Getting to we're the last kids that get to play outside. I feel like
Yeah,
like the world's either gonna be too hot or everybody's too addicted to their shit, and those are happy memories I have of playing outside and just getting into trouble, swimming in creeks that probably gonna give me cancer.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of playing outside and just fucking around, man.
Yeah.
It's great.
There's something fun about that. I think we might have been one of the last generations to play outside. Because you're how old?
32.
32? Yeah. I'm 34. Yeah. So there's something like that that Stand By Me type vibe.
Yes. I almost said like a Stephen King. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about that. The coming of age, getting into trouble. Like, in hindsight, it's kind of crazy. Because I don't know. I think parenting styles today, and I don't know. I'm not a parent, but like my friends and they're a lot stricter about what they'll let their kids do or how far they'll let them, wander off and play on their own.
You know what?
But
you know what's wild about that? You're right about that. But then they'll give them smartphones and tablets with untethered access to the internet.
Right.
It's like your kid going outside and experiencing the world that way. Sure, something bad could happen, but going on the internet's what fucking these kids up. At such a young age.
Yeah, they're like, you could, they're like transferring that experience into the infinity of their fucking phone.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe more dangerous. You could meet a bad guy like a hitchhiker or something, but and
it's less real. I mean, it's just not real.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah, my mom didn't care. I mean, well. I think she gets so sick of us. Cause did you have siblings?
Yeah, I do. Yep, I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
2 sisters and 1 brother. Were they all with you together as you were growing up?
So I have a younger sister that's 14 years younger than me. We have different fathers, but the other 2, my sister's 2 years older, brother's 4 years younger. So yeah.
Okay, so the 3 of you were biological siblings pretty early. Okay, yeah, I think I was one of 4 little boys, and. So she'd get so sick of us playing in the house. She'd be like, go outside, go into nature, whatever.
Yeah.
And we'd go ride bikes at a local university. We'd just, run around. We'd, I don't know, all the stuff we'd do. We'd like to, actually, at the time, I remember the Pepsi challenge was big. Do you remember the Pepsi points?
Oh, yeah.
And, we'd go to construction sites, and we'd... look into the dumpsters because the construction workers would throw away their Mountain Dews and stuff, and we'd take the caps off, and then we collect as many as we can, and then we'd ride our bikes to the gas station and try and buy stuff. And but yeah, we were just on our own, I mean, this was Green Bay, Wisconsin, so
okay,
small,
small,
not too, probably not as small as the paper mill town, but it's funny, they did have paper mills in Green Bay. That's a big thing there.
Nice.
But there was just a general level of trust that you weren't going to get abducted or,
Yeah, I feel like if you have kids, you can't constantly think about the worst possible thing that can happen. Mm-hmm. And you got to let them experience life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So your town, so you grew up there.
Mm-hmm. I mostly grew up in Greenville. Okay. Yeah, but I spent my young childhood in Silva. Yep.
I gotcha. And where in Greenville?
Sort of not in the county. So by Woodruff Road, in various neighborhoods, sort of on that side of town. I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah.
29615.
You like it here?
I love it here.
Yeah?
I love it here.
You'll stay your whole life?
As long as I get to travel and go places. I love to travel and experience other things. I could live here my whole life, but also I could move. That's kind of how I am. If an opportunity arose to go somewhere else, I could do it because I love cities. I love going to New York City or Las Vegas, Miami. I love traveling and checking that stuff out. But Greenville's great too, so I don't know.
Yeah, man. There's something that feels like home here.
It is.
For sure.
It's not too small. It's not too chaotic. So.
Yeah. Vegas,
man.
You like Vegas?
You ever been?
No.
Dude, Vegas.
That's one city. I've been to a lot of places. Never been to Vegas.
Man, David, we got to do Vegas sometime, bro.
You want to go to Vegas?
Let's go, dude. I've been 5 times.
5 times?
Oh, yeah, just on recreational trips, and I love it. I love to gamble. I love strip clubs. I love partying. It's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I know this is like first world privilege. I can afford to go to these places, but it's the best, man. It's Disney World for adults, and you can just get into shit and have the best time you've got to go.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day.
Right. Yeah. I think I'd like that aspect of it because there's a lot of times where I don't want to go to bed.
I'm with you.
Like, if we're having a good time at a mic, and then we, hit Sharky's karaoke, which you're a fucking killer karaoke singer, by the way.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
But dude, there's times when I'm like, I don't know. It'll be 2, and I'll be energized, from just the good company, the karaoke. If stand-up went well that night.
Yeah, that's a big
If it went poorly, I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to bed.
That's a big factor.
Yeah, but if your sets went well and you're just having a good time, like I wish my body didn't have to sleep right now,
Yeah.
So then you could go to a Vegas casino and they're just pumping oxygen and you don't really know you're tired.
Bro, and
is that true actually? Because I've heard that they pump extra oxygen into the casinos.
I don't know if that's true. All I know is when you're gambling at a casino, you don't get tired. And I don't know what it is. Is it the oxygen? I know that there's no windows, so you lose track of time. That is real. There's no clocks on the wall. People have phones now, but the no sunlight, no seeing outside does affect your perception for sure.
Okay.
But then there's a part of Vegas called Fremont Street, or it's referred to as Old Vegas, and it's more kind of smaller. And it's more local, and it's a party 24/7.
Okay.
Like, that part of Vegas is amazing when, like you said, you don't want to go to bed, and it's 3 a.m., and you're just like, fuck it, let's go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of the entertainment in Vegas, because that's something, you hear a lot of comics tour Vegas or do time there. They have everything too. Right?
Everything. Shows.
Do you like to partake in that stuff, or are you camped out in the casino?
No, when I'm there, I go to clubs. I like going out and dancing.
Nightclubs?
Yeah.
You like the dancing?
Yeah, I'm 300 pounds, but you'll see my ass dancing. You've seen it at karaoke or whatever we're doing. I love to move. So I do that. The shows I've heard are great. I've not been to a single show in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
As I get older and these knees stop working, I'm sure I will. But
I think Carrot Top has like a standing show there. Doesn't he? Like a residency.
There's several. I hear that stand-up's blowing up there. Several Magoobies maybe or
okay.
Yeah,
is
several.
Magoobies the club?
Yeah, I think so. And then I think there's a Jimmy Kimmel comedy club. There's a lot of stand-up going on in Vegas these days, from what I hear. But
okay,
yeah,
maybe that's the move.
Maybe
at some point. Norm Macdonald, one of my favorite comics
Rest
and
in peace,
authors.
dude.
Oh shit!
Yeah, plug him. He really needs the attention right now. Plug him.
Yeah, yeah. Check out Norm if you haven't. You could use
follow him everywhere.
Use the money to come back from the dead. But dude, even this book. Have you read this book?
No, I've heard about
Norm
it.
Macdonald, based on a true story. It's one of my favorite books. It's called Not a Memoir, but it's a story of. It's like a fictionalized autobiography. Some of it's true, some of it's not. He actually is a gambling addict, but you can tell even from the sign. Doesn't this look like a sign in Vegas?
It's the Vegas sign. It's just
the Vegas sign.
Yeah, it's just removed, and Norm Macdonald's there. I have heard that he lost several huge hands in blackjack and sports betting. I've always heard that about him.
Yeah, I think the most he lost was in the hundreds of thousands. I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, or most he bet was a few $100,000. He beat in sports gambling. So it's a story of him traveling with Adam Egget across the country to do a gig.
Oh, wow.
And I think I have that right. And a lot of crazy stuff happens. And his description of his childhood growing up in Canada. Also,
nice.
Small town. I think on a farm. And, yeah. And he did have a very rough childhood. There's one chapter that kind of suggests that he may or may not have been molested by one of the adult men in the town that he trusted. And they don't really say exactly, but he said he doesn't remember.
Oh, man.
So he's got some heavy shit. So basically what I'm saying is you like to gamble and you've had a rough childhood, so you're the next Norm Macdonald. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
Zach.
Don't put that on me. Cancel this podcast. No, I'd love to be the next Norm Macdonald. And he's amazing. He's the Instagram algorithm has me in his reels, and I share them with everyone.
Feeding a lot of that stuff to you?
Oh, my God, dude. The one, he's just so good. Mm-hmm. He's so good.
Yeah, no doubt.
Who's your favorite stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
I'm taking control of this goddamn
Take control,
podcast.
man. Ask me questions, too. That's fine. Yeah. So my answer, I don't know. It's like having to pick your favorite movie, kind of, I feel like. But Rory Scovel.
Okay, good answer.
Rory Scovel, dude.
Good answer.
How deep into his content are you?
Not super deep. I've seen something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there a particular special or thing I should watch?
Well, yeah, everyone listening and you should watch Rory Scovel try stand-up for the first time on Netflix.
Okay.
It is absurd.
Got it.
It is, yeah. He's ridiculous, silly, just wacky, like improvisational and stuff. The guy just doesn't give a fuck. I aspire to give as little fucks as Rory Scovel.
Nice.
I still care too much.
Yeah.
I want to care less. But that's kind of his thing, is being free from any sort of conventional. I mean, he has material,
right,
obviously, but he improvises a lot on stage, and he wants to be free. He did a special in Atlanta. We might have mentioned it before, but it's he recorded at the Relapse Theater in Atlanta, and it's called "Live Without Fear." Ooh. And the structure, and it's on YouTube, a documentary about this, and there's clips from the sets he did. But it's at the Relapse Theater. I think he had a personal connection with the club and the owner of it. And in this kind of documentary he self-produced, he did 5 nights of stand-up, and it was all improvised.
Wow.
For an hour each of the night. He didn't do a single prepared joke, and he had to improvise. And that's a real coin flip to go see. But if he's great at it, then it's not a coin flip, and he's going to crush. Yeah. He found a way to make the shows good. And but he was totally having to like throw away any sort of like, I mean, that's like jumping out of a plane without a chute or without your chute packed, and you got to pack it as you're falling, or some kind of.
No, that works. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the type of comic he is, and it feels like, I don't know, if you can be that free and not care, like you really find, I don't know.
Back to what we were talking. Do you think being negative helps you be free and not care, and maybe
no,
you don't think so? Okay.
No, not at all.
Because I've thought about this before.
Did you think negativity helps you be?
I thought maybe it did, and thought maybe if I'm too positive, then maybe I'm caring too. But I've said outrageous things on stage before, so maybe not. I don't know. That's one of the things I think about sometimes. Am I too positive?
No,
dude, I need to put myself to it, because
never be too positive.
Because the great ones are negative.
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, I actually hear what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
but even if you watch, like, who's a negative great that you're thinking of, like Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is a good example.
Yeah, even Bill Burr. If you watch Bill Burr, he's smiling a lot.
That's true.
On stage, if you really watch him, yeah, I don't think. I don't like watching negative comedians.
Yeah.
If they're
like David Tell. I love David Tell, but he's
pretty positive.
Okay.
He's negative on himself. He's self-deprecating.
Okay.
But he's gracious towards the audience, and he's
that's true.
And it's funny because Alexis was playing a
shout out
carpool out. Shout out Alexis.
We love her.
She was playing one of Attell's albums when we were carpooling one time, and very good. Like, obviously killer, but this was like from probably 20 years ago, and he was kind of like angry and aggressive, and we saw him in Charlotte recently, and he seemed like very more gracious and happy and peaceful versus when he was younger. So yeah, I think
okay.
Yeah. What?
You know, my
But
favorite.
I think being positive makes you be more free too, because you can be hopeful that like even if this goes badly, who gives a shit? I don't care.
No, that's a good way of looking at it. That's how I need to look at it. You know who my favorite comic is?
Who?
Johnny Marone.
Why am I blanking on who Johnny Marone is?
You don't remember? He comes to I'm Johnny Marone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I love Johnny Marone. That's
Me too,
that's
bro.
a dark horse pick.
I know.
Johnny Marone.
Of all time, my favorite.
Yeah. I haven't seen Johnny in a while.
It's been a long time.
He seemed like a tortured. He had a complex life.
Yeah.
If he's still alive. I mean, I think he's alive.
God, I hope so. I fucking hope so.
Johnny Marone, Italian, open micer, got kicked off stage at Radio Room once for a transphobic bathroom joke.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I could tell the joke. He was like, well, I don't even know if it was just.
Tell
He
it.
was like, everybody's getting all worked up about these transgender bathroom laws. Not me. I was like, bathroom upgrade. Woo!
Oh.
And Adam Schulte came up and was like, get the fuck off the stage.
Oh.
So he got kicked off. But that's Johnny. You know?
Yeah.
Take a risk. I don't think he knew he was being offensive, but I'm not even sure how offensive that actually is in hindsight, Johnny. So,
David is Team Johnny.
I'm Team Johnny. I'm Team whoever's doing stand-up.
There you go. Because you're a positive guy. That's the way to
Yeah.
go.
I'm Team Positivity. I've been feeling real positive lately.
Dude, you should.
What-
You got a lot going on. Sorry.
What is your current mood? How happy would you say you are on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm rolling at about a 7.58.
Tight.
Yeah.
7.58.
Yeah, 7.58. That's right.
Okay. What's preventing it from being a 10? Lady in your life?
No lady in my life.
No, maybe that's yeah.
Yeah, I would like to be dating and having a steady thing right now. But I'm working so much with work and doing comedy. I'm fulfilled with that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to get better at comedy. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my main focus outside of work and relationships.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you get tired of hearing about that.
No, I don't.
That's
No,
what
I
everybody
don't.
says.
No, this is what this is about. I want to hear all about it. So your work,
Mm-hmm.
you have a 8 to 5.
8 to 5. Yep.
Okay. How is it?
It's good. I
like it?
like my job and my company. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So not soul sucking.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the service industry for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Doing what?
And so I was a manager of a Mexican restaurant. Are you familiar with Salsaritas?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's
In Greenville?
It's
right?
like a Chipotle thingy.
Oh, it's a chain.
It's a chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So I started when I was 15 there, and I worked my way up to GM, and I just
Wow,
worked
good
there
for
for
you,
10
bro.
years. Yeah. And it just wore me down, and I got my college degree. So eventually I left there and worked at a call center, which paid more. But
Doing sales? Phone
yeah,
sales?
correct, yeah.
Okay.
So that was better.
At what age were you doing phone sales?
It's 24.
Okay. So you switched it up?
Switched it up. When COVID happened in 2020, I finished my college degree. I didn't get my college degree at a young age because I was too busy partying
Yeah.
and chasing chicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I went back and got it. I had 2 years left. I did all of it within a year in 2020 because the world was shut down, so nothing else to do.
So you did 2 years. You had 2 years of credits. You just finished the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to undergrad first? Or
Greenville Tech.
okay, nice.
And then
So COVID. That's interesting. So COVID. Was there something about COVID that made you think, okay, well, since the fucking world shut down, I'm gonna finish it?
yeah, I had
Did you have soul searching you did during COVID?
yeah, a relationship ended. Like a lot of time came onto my hands very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, listen, I'm gonna get this fucking degree
Mm-hmm.
because it was always something, you know, whether it's society or it's me, whatever it is. I always put not having a college degree versus all my friends who had college degrees. Some of them have masters. You know, it was something I was very insecure about. Something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and I did Purdue University.
Okay.
And I just did their online course, and I got it. It was I fucking hang it up on my fridge. That's how proud of it.
You're proud of? Yeah,
Oh, hell
dude.
yeah, I do.
No,
I
that's
am.
gotta feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people talk about college degrees now not mattering less. And I think that's true to an extent, but I also think there's something about the, finishing it.
Yeah.
And getting that, and you should be really proud of that. It's
you do learn stuff, and it shows that you can do a thing. Like you can go into this
100%.
and you can get it done. And that should mean something to employers.
It does. It absolutely does.
Yep.
And even though there's other alternatives out there, you can definitely go a different path. There's still a huge correlation, like with the amount of income you make having a college degree versus not having one.
Mm-hmm.
That bachelor's is big. So that's huge, man.
I think after high school, though, everyone should do open mics.
Yes.
Don't go to college.
You should do open mics and go to college. And yes. Dude. I think everybody should do open mics.
Dude, open mic fucking comedy rules, man.
Mm-hmm. So, okay,
Rules.
so COVID.
Sorry.
No. No.
Derailed it.
No. I was just... So, you got your college degree, and then your degree was in what?
Business administration.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably I'm thinking about getting a BA at some point, a master's, but I don't know. That's one of those things. I like having goals and checking boxes and accomplishing things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to always be doing that. You know?
Absolutely. So, how long? I mean, it was a few years after COVID that you decided to get on the stand-up stage. Why did you want to do comedy?
I came and watched you guys a lot, just kind of quietly, and
Which venues?
Coffee, and then a few times at happens on Wednesdays. What's that place called?
Radio Room?
Sorry, no. It's like one Wednesday a month.
Oh, the lounge?
The lounge. So I saw people perform there.
How did you come across that these mics existed?
Just Google. I thought there are open mics that happen here.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to think I wanted to do this,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to watch. And I've always loved comedy. I always try to make people laugh in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, why not try this? Why not give this a shot? And I came and watched open mic, and I was like, I mean, I can try to do this. We'll see what happens. And that was it.
How long did you spend watching the mics before you got on stage?
Probably about a month.
Okay.
Probably 1 or 2 mics a month. Also, Birds Fly South. That was actually the first place I went up. Do you remember that mic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it got canceled because of Bane Bear.
Oh.
I don't know what he did. We don't have to talk about that.
But guys, I want to. We don't have to if you don't want to, though. We'll move on. Bane Bear. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, yeah, that was a very fun mic.
Yeah.
But about a month, yeah. I think there's a couple of guys that Aiden and Ekram. Aiden.
I love Aiden, dude.
Yeah, that guy looks like Samson, man. He's got hair down to his.
I think he looks like James Franco.
James Franco.
He's got longer hair, but he looks in the face like James Franco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He, I think he set the record for longest attending open mics without going up.
Yes.
This guy, he must love comedy because he sees a lot of bad comedy
So
through all of the open mics. And just
shout out to Aiden.
Aiden, man. Yeah. I call him a pussy every time I see him because I'm like, bro, when are you gonna go up? You gotta go up.
Has he talked about going up?
Yeah, he said he's gonna go up before we leave. So
fuck.
yeah, so he better. But no, it's cool. I feel like a lot of people end up getting up their first time by doing that. They'll kind of curiously watch and sit in the back. And
For sure.
what did you think about the open mic scene when you as you were watching before you got up?
I thought there was a good bit of funny folks. Some that I didn't find funny.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good scene. I was entertained. I came sometimes with other people, with friends or chicks I was dating at the time, just to see what they thought and bounce off if they thought I could do it. But no, I like the scene now, and I liked it then.
Yeah. What's different now that you're doing it yourself?
Just I've gotten to know the comics. Getting to know comics is interesting.
Yeah.
That is because like you're very approachable, super nice guy. I I've vented to you when I've had bad sets, and you're encouraging. Some other comedians are so cagey. Like, if you try to get to know them, it's like they think you're going to kidnap them. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. But then when they open up, they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So, comedians are just interesting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neurotic.
Yes.
A lot of us. Which is kind of interesting. I guess I see caginess in like older comics or comics who've been doing it a long time, because I think I just imagine from their perspective, if they've been doing it 5 years or more, the amount of times they've been approached by some new person that says, "Oh," and there's like, "All right, another fucking one of these," like, "Are you cool? Are you fucking?" And that could be exhausting.
That's true.
So I could see him not wanting to open up a ton.
Yeah.
For example, Tom Emmons. Do you know?
Oh, I've never spoken a word to Tom.
But he's been doing comedy a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He takes it seriously, and he'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Once you kind of are somebody's going to be hanging around a lot and or taking it seriously, because so many people shuffle in and out of it too. It's like there's people that come and quit, come and quit,
yeah,
come and quit.
Yeah.
But
Tom's killer though.
No, yeah, he's great.
Amazing.
Great joke writer, great. But he's also scary to approach.
Yeah, he is.
He's intimidating presence. He's got that.
That's part of it.
That Methuselah beard. I don't know.
But like you, Bill, Alexis, Zalata.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking always get her name wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are always super nice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's tons of other people that are nice, but it's interesting. Comics are the best. It's just so fucking weird. Travis is great.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to remember like how long it's been now since you've started.
The fact that you don't know it by the day, David, is offensive.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, dude?
But so it'll be a year in August.
Okay.
So 10 months.
Yeah. Already coming up on a year.
Yeah.
So you said you're big about goal setting. Do you have any goals in comedy? What are you wanting to do?
So, in July, I'm actually going to go to Austin and check out that comedy scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my job remotely out of a hotel room, and at night I'm going to do all the mics, as many mics as I can, and I'm going to be like these to see what happens. And then I'm going to have 2 shots at Kill Tony. I'm going to sign up for Kill Tony twice. And we're just going to see what happens.
Dude, you're ballsy, dude.
But you know what? So earlier we were talking about how I go to Vegas and gamble.
Uh-huh.
There is something about the prospect of failure that is so attractive to me. It's just like, because if you can, because I still get nervous on. Am I too loud?
No, you're not.
Good?
No.
I still get nervous on stage, like occasionally, like just that thought of failure is seductive, dude.
Yeah.
And going to Kill Tony and going to these mics with these freaks in Austin, I just love the idea of seeing what the fuck happens, because you never know.
Yeah, dude. It's exciting.
Yeah.
The prospect of failing.
I mean, what you're doing, have you talked about this?
What, going to New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's ballsier than me taking a trip.
I know.
That's fucking
bad shit, dude.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
There's something about taking your shot, because there truly is. It's so corny to say this. There's no failure in trying.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. It's like I don't know what it takes to get people to this mental state, but once you get to the realization that you're gonna die, I think that's what it comes down to. We're all gonna die, bro.
Sure.
So nothing really matters. Like, the only mistake you could make is by not trying.
Think about people who had a dream or an idea, and they live their whole life not even trying it.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst. That's the worst. You're just slowly rotting and just not taking any risks. Especially in 2023, there's really not that much real danger compared to caveman times.
Sure.
All of it's just in your own head, really. like fear of, your reputation being something or
Right.
but
Yeah. The fear of embarrassment, if you keep it, especially in a stand-up context, the fear of embarrassment is worse than the embarrassment when you experience it.
Yeah.
As someone who's bombed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bombing is very hard, and it is very it is hard.
It is.
But it's really therapeutic to go through it. It's really helpful because it's like every time you die inside, it's like, oh fuck, but I'm still alive.
Yeah.
And you care less.
I gotta tell you, the first couple times I bombed, man, whew, I was like,
how'd you feel?
Why am I doing this shit? I could be doing anything tonight, dude.
Uh-huh.
Could be doing anything.
Do you remember the first time you bombed? Or where you felt really bad about it? Like,
yeah, I mean, my first few sets were just not very good, but I don't really consider that bombing because it's expected, and it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, people didn't hate you afterwards.
Yes, correct. Probably like my third set ever at Coffee Underground. I went up and I kind of forgot everything, and I was like in and out of bits. There was no structure.
Yeah.
My normal structure wasn't there, and I was just like, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, bombing is really... yeah, it is really bad. Like, the feeling, because it's like everybody saw it. It was awkward. And, like, everybody knows what happened, but you don't really want to talk about it or talk to... People don't want to talk to you. Or you could just see it in their faces. They're like...
And, like, I'll say something to a comedian and be like, man, I bombed. And they'll be like, man...
It's so weird. It's that, like, potent of a feeling in the air of, like, during and after that, like, yeah, that happened. I can't respect you the same way. Like, honestly, like...
Yeah.
It feels that potent to where if there was like an attractive girl in the audience when you bomb, it's like you'll never fuck me and I'll never be able to get an erection even if you wanted to. Because that was the most emasculating. You can't unsee that. There's some things you just can't unsee.
Even if you try to fuck me, I will remember that you saw it and I can't get an erection.
I can't pretend that you didn't see that.
That's good.
You'll never.
Dude. That's good.
You can't. It's like, oh.
But then the next time you go up and you tell a joke, like I was so. This week I told a joke and everyone laughed. I was so, and I know it's like, well, you do comedy. That's not that shot. But like when it happens, it never gets old. Mm-hmm. Like when a joke makes everyone laugh, you never get tired of hearing that.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, dude, I'll bomb 100 times to hear that again. That's fine. Mm-hmm. It's such a manic sport.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why I try to stay as positive as humanly possible.
Same,
I don't care if it's corny. I'll come across as a fucking golden retriever. I'll do it because it makes bombing less painful. Because if you bomb and you're still happy about it, the crowd's like, oh, well, he doesn't seem to mind. We don't have to feel awkward for him.
Yes.
So therefore, it's whatever. That's my... Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
That's a little, yeah. I don't even know if that's cheating in comedy or not. Like,
you just not caring that you're bombing?
No, just being happy.
Oh, I see. Oh. Well, then we're both cheating.
No, James, God damn it. I don't know what I was on last night. I was like really feeling pretty happy after set. And
I'm sure you crushed.
James was like, I didn't crush. I did fine. I got some good laughs, but it was all new material. So I was like, there was a good crowd, and I was like, okay, I could pussy out and do old shit, but I came here and I prepared. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the new shit, and it went. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Good, dude. Yes.
But then James turned to me and he was like, David's having too good of a time right now. What is going on? But fuck it, whatever.
It's the best.
It is the best.
It's just the best.
So favorite comedy special of all time. What is it?
Man, I really like, and this is controversial.
Influences.
I really love Dave Chappelle.
Sticks and Stones. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I didn't mean to switch the question.
You're good. We can get into influences too.
Yeah.
So Sticks and Stones probably my favorite special.
Really? That's one of his new ones.
Yes, I like, and this is controversial, I know. I like newer Chappelle
More than old Chappelle.
Yes. Now his most recent special, I can't remember the name of that one. It wasn't that's my least favorite of the newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I love guys that tell stories.
Yeah.
And then in their stories, they just have a bunch of punchlines.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Dave. I like George Carlin a lot.
Yeah.
George Carlin, the way George Carlin would talk about our absurd political system and how he would attack left and right was the best, and we need more of that. And Richard Pryor was amazing. I mean, these are all like first ballot Hall of Famers, but I love current guys, younger guys. I love Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
I know you went and saw him
live. Yeah. Have you seen him live yet?
I've seen him twice. I met him once. Sweet man.
He was a sweet man?
Sweet guy.
Yeah.
I was wearing a suit. Because I was just coming from another thing. And I walked up to meet him, and he goes, thanks for coming, Mr. Weinstein. I was like, thanks, Tim.
You even got a little joke out of it.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So save that memory. That's really cool.
It was so funny, dude. He's great. I love his podcast. Talk about a guy that rants. That guy's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Other younger guys, I love Sam Talent.
Yeah.
Met him too. He's great.
Mm-hmm. Would you say Chappelle is your all-time favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that's such a by-the-book answer.
No, it's not. Okay, let's say you could have dinner with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, man.
What would you ask him?
That's a good one. I would ask Dave. I would like to know from Dave what America's biggest problem is right now. That is what I would ask him. Because I wonder what he would say.
What do you think he would say?
I don't know. I think it would be, if I had to guess, I think it would be about people distrusting each other and not being able to laugh at each other.
Yeah.
If you had a gun to my head and asked me to guess, I would guess
Yeah.
that. But I don't know. I mean, he's so unpredictable, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an interesting trusting each other. It kind of gets back to the, how far do you let your kids go out from the front door to play?
Ooh, what a callback. Yes, you're right.
In the 90s versus today, there's a lot less trust among people. It's like, what are you going to get out of me? What do you want out of me?
Right.
Versus, and a lot of fear versus kind of being open and
these lines we've built of judging each other based on how we look or where we're from, just all the things going on in society.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
religion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Chappelle, living in Ohio in a small town and being very private and valuing that, because I've seen, the Netflix show Letterman has where he interviews.
Mm-hmm.
My next guest needs no introduction, I think is the name of his show.
It's a terrible name.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of long.
It's very long.
So is the name of this one, but
that's a great name,
show.
though.
I did this at Killing Weather. Pretty long.
It's amazing, though.
Big fan of long names. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, he lives in this little town and values the closeness of those relationships. Like, he'll just walk down and say what's up to people. And in that town, he's just Dave, I guess. He's not this icon celebrity. So we can kind of have peace from that. So yeah, maybe that would be his answer.
Yeah, there's footage of him going to a city council meeting about like sound ordinance. And so he does the small town Midwest. I think it's Dayton, Ohio, maybe.
Yeah.
He does the small town Midwest America thing, but then he flies private and hangs out with like LeBron James and Darnell Rawlings, like hangs out with superstars in cities. So he lives both. He just sees a lot of the world, and I think he's always like, we're just all the same no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. We're just all the same.
Yeah, we are all the same. And getting to know the real person,
yes,
behind anyone, is really what I get a lot out of that now. I feel like that guy in the elevator.
That was amazing.
When we came up, Peter lives above us, an old guy, probably retired.
Yeah.
Just have a little conversation with Peter. He was just getting his mail.
That's it.
You know, he's about to walk outside, and you know, probably doesn't have a lot going on. He's old, but
he was once a baby.
yeah,
He's lived
got
a whole fucking life.
He's got a whole life story.
Yeah.
If you sit and talk to an old person, you might learn some things. No, we didn't really talk to him that much.
No.
We just talked about the weather, but
That's it.
maybe we can get Peter on the podcast.
We talked about, dude, Peter'd be a sick guest. We talked about the weather and how David hadn't been outside today. That is
Yeah.
what we talked about. But
yeah, and I was like, man, I should have gone outside.
yeah.
But yeah, you know, Dave Chappelle, that hometown vibe. There was a story that I heard Louis tell about Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I love Louis.
Yeah. It was some kind of party or wedding reception or something. And there was a little girl who was kind of dancing wildly and just having a great time. And he said Dave took the little girl's hand and walked her out and more to the middle of the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody started dancing around the little girl. She was dancing in the middle, and then everybody started dancing. And then Dave just took a step back and just watched and smiled.
Yeah.
And like that,
It's amazing.
in that story, that was to Louis who Dave really was. He like,
Makes people feel special. Yeah.
yeah, and he liked that little energy, that scene that he just kind of fostered and made happen. So yeah,
I love that.
I love the dancing thing too, because I feel like also on Monday when we after coffee we dance pretty fucking hard.
We do it about every Monday.
Yeah, but this Monday in particular, like when Travis got up there, we were just like,
Yeah, dude. I love that man.
we just walked in and started just dancing our asses off, and I'm pretty sure people at Sharky's around there were like, "What the fuck are these people?" But we didn't care.
No, fuck it.
I
dude.
needed a shower after that. I was sweating my
Same.
ass off.
Same. Yeah, man. Sharky's. I love it.
Have you always liked dancing?
Always, man. I don't. My grandmother was always. She still likes to dance. She's just a free spirit. I love when music comes on. I move my ass. I don't know what it is. I love it.
How young were you when you started dancing?
Just always.
Always?
Since I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember your first middle school dance?
Oh, that shit was awkward as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it. Like I remember all the times I've bombed.
Right. So were you... Tell me about your first middle school dance.
Well, first of all, it was sixth grade, so this would have been like 2000, 2001, and we go in there, and girls one side, guys one side. We don't know how to talk to each other. And my favorite thing, and this could have been later than the first dance, but "Get Low" by Little John and the East Side Boys. When that was a hit, they would play that at the dance, and they would leave in the "ow ski skeet" part.
Oh, skeet.
And it's like, how do you not know what that's about?
Yeah, what is skeet, Mom and Dad?
Yeah. But that sixth grade dance, it was just awkward. I'm like with the boys. We're all talking sixth grade shit.
Yeah.
But nobody
just
does
drinking
anything.
punch and...
Yeah, just like, Sarah's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just said you love dancing, so in that environment, you weren't going out and
Eventually,
to break the ice?
Eventually, I did, but it would just be me dancing. I was not bold with women in the sixth grade.
Yeah.
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 That came a little bit later.
Very similar experience. I think my sixth grade dance, I had a crush on Lucy Lalazerne.
Shout out to Lucy.
Shout out to Lucy. She might still be single. Hi, Lucy.
Hey.
I still love you.
He's holding on.
I used to write poems to Lucy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? So we would, same kind of thing, opposite sides of the gym. So at Red Smith Elementary. And didn't know how to talk to each other. I think some of the girls would dance. Like they were a little more...
Girls were bolder back then.
And they were just, yeah. And then I remember I got a slow dance with Lou, and it was like, oh my God. This was like, in terms of like my heart just exploding. And I didn't know how to slow dance. So I was, you know how you do the hands?
Yeah.
I had my hands on her shoulders.
Oh, no.
And then my buddy, who was in 8th grade, turned to me and said, on her waist, dumbass. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And I put my hands down by her waist.
Yeah.
And I was kind of embarrassed by that, but I was still psyched that I got to dance with Lucy Lalazerne.
How do you think those dances are now?
Good question.
You think They're better or worse?
Dude, I don't know. I bet they dance more. Actually, I don't know.
I have no
I
way
bet
of
kids are exposed to porn younger now.
Oh, well, that's for sure
So,
true. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes them more or less awkward around real women of the opposite, or real members of the opposite sex.
Probably more, at least for the boys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because it's a really weird thing. Like I don't think kids should be watching porn too young, or
No.
maybe at all. But I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I really don't. If you watch porn, fuck it. But
I think too much of anything is a problem.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get addicted to it, and
Yep.
as a kid, I mean, you're a horny kid. Like, whew,
Yeah.
it's tough.
It's you need it. Yeah, you got to get it on. You got to exercise that feeling somehow.
You're starting to become a
Blossom.
person capable of procreating. So
That's
you
right.
gotta fucking. But yeah, if you're just all on the screens and then you see a real one, it's like, can make it tough to.
Yeah, like she can talk back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is she not sucking my dick right now?
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Wow.
Good.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
To David's point, you listen to too much, watch too much porn. That's what happens.
But it is kind of weird, that progression of childhood where you go like from you're just like reindeer games like Rudolph, and you're just around girls. It's very playful and innocent, and then the middle school dance to me is where it starts to get like, okay,
It's because it's a label. There's stakes to that event.
There's stakes. There's like, how am I And I think Rory talks about this. He does a great story on This Is Not Happening, about shitting his pants when he's in middle school. And he makes a point in the story of saying, when you're in 7th grade, that's the first point in your life when being cool kind of matters.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so shitting your pants was embarrassing for him there.
That is the worst.
So you're worried about your status. Are you cool? Are you not? What's going to happen? It's kind of magical,
It is interesting how those social dynamics kick
And then
in.
it evolves to like alcohol as a way to quell the awkwardness. You start getting into that in your high school years. Then you start having sex and yeah.
When did you start
And
being
it's all
good?
like circling around this thing of like getting closer and closer to a woman until you
When did you start getting good with the ladies?
Late. I was late. Very sheltered. So my first kiss, I was like 5 under a picnic table with my neighbor.
Doesn't count.
But I still remember it.
Of course he does.
I got definitely. I was like, oh my god, I'm so horny.
Yo.
when I kissed her, oh gosh, it was great. But long hiatus after that. Then in middle school, so Lucy was my first crush.
Oh,
right?
nice, yeah.
And the dance and stuff. And I was still very shy, and I was very sheltered and very timid, and I was very bashful too. I would always turn red in front of people. And I was nice, but it was kind of like, oh, David's so precious,
Oh, that's
David's
the worst.
just such a, I'm still like that. I still have that innocence kind of. But so what else happened? So I moved from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Michigan when I went to high school.
Oh, okay.
So I remember Lucy and I kissed her on the cheek and asked her to go with me in 8th grade.
Oh, shit.
Right? So I hadn't even had a French kiss yet in 8th grade.
And
then Lucy kind of got sick of me not making more moves and like trying to kiss her or, hang out as like a real couple because I was too afraid. And then she kind of broke up with me and I was like sad, but I was leaving anyway. So Lucy broke my heart. And then I moved to Michigan and had a fresh start with all new people, made new friends. And I played football.
Nice.
And I was quarterback.
Ah.
So I was popular because I played quarterback.
Yeah.
But I was still like shy and kind of like, David's still kind of like a little sheltered little boy. And I had one girlfriend freshman year, but same kind of thing. All I knew at the time, the plan was kiss her on the cheek and ask her out. I didn't know anything to do besides that.
Nice.
So, and also raised strictly Christian, so I was going to save myself till marriage.
Okay.
So Taylor and I broke up, and then Joey Metzelar's made out with her on New Year's Eve right in front of me, and it crushed me.
Oh, man.
And I went home from that and bench pressed a lot of weight, and I was like, fuck Joey.
You were doing your own montage video.
I was like, this is going to motivate me. This heartbreak is going to motivate me to accomplish stuff.
Yep.
And then I dated a girl, Sam, and when I was a junior, and she was the first girl I ever kissed. Like, really, like, making out kissing. And love Sam. She was amazing.
Sounds great.
And then I had a couple other girlfriends, or one other girlfriend in high school. And
then you started racking up numbers.
No,
numbers.
No, not at all. It's not about numbers.
Numbers.
But it's, but yeah, to get confident enough to kiss a girl, and you're still figuring it out. You don't even know what you're doing.
I know.
That's what I miss about, high school. It's the innocence and the not knowing and the,
Yeah. There is something fun about not knowing what you're doing and figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, and I'd say it wasn't until the last 3 years where I actually feel really good about talking to girls. Once I get to know them, I still have that break the ice fear of like just a new person. I talk about that a lot.
Man, that's fun.
But in terms of like getting to know a woman, like it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Well,
it's funny.
How do you feel about it?
Here,
being with the getting good with the ladies, or
yeah, I've always. That's another thing. It's another fear of failure that I love. So I've never, from 10th grade on, I never had a problem asking a woman out or making the first move.
Yeah,
like rejection sucks, but like
I feel like I can picture the type of kid you were.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's I've never been like the best looking guy or whatever, but I love getting after it, and
yeah,
I love meeting people in general. So if I find a chick that's fun and attractive, then I just make the move and see what happens.
What's your move?
It just depends. Like I don't like the apps. Do you do the apps?
No.
I like meeting.
I'm on them, but I think I'm ready to almost ditch them completely.
Dude, ditch them, dude.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking guy, David. You're successful. You're funny. Ditch him, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking ditch him. Mm-hmm. I love going to bars and meeting people, or I'll talk to someone in the grocery store. To me, the thing now, if I see someone in public and I want to talk to her, find something about what she's wearing or what she's doing, and just say something relatable. Mm-hmm. And if she doesn't want to talk to you, get the signals and get out.
Sure. And if she does, okay. So let's play this out.
Let's go.
So you say something. Mm-hmm. She's open. Okay. So she's talking back to you. She seems pleasant. She's giving you good body language, smiling. What do you say then?
I try to go into coffee.
Coffee.
Do you want to get coffee tomorrow?
Do you say anything like, "Hey, I hope this isn't too forward," or do you not even do that?
I have before, but I don't usually know.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Because if it's too forward, you'll know.
Yeah, you don't have to say that. It's an unnecessary thing. You're like planting the seed of.
Well, to give yourself credit, you're coming off as being sensitive to if this is too forward. I see why people would say that. Mm-hmm. But to me, just cut it out.
It's a little lack of confidence there, though, because you
a little
bit.
Be
like, hey, you want?
She's a grown woman. She gets hit on.
You could say like, "I really enjoyed talking to you. Do you want a great coffee?" Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Somebody should write this down.
Boom. Well, it's recorded, so we got this. Yeah, and rejection's not a big deal.
So you've had that confidence to be good with the ladies.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ever since high school?
Since high school, yeah.
Because like middle school you didn't have it, so
no.
Nobody had it.
I've always been a big guy, and in middle school I was super fat and had a lot of acne, so it was like very self-conscious about that. Mm-hmm. And I also played high school football.
Hell yeah. Position?
So I played guard and defensive tackle.
Hell yeah.
So being able to use my size to do something fun and cool, and just, growing up, I was able to just get confidence.
Yeah.
And just go for it, man. You go through rejection as a young man, and when it happens, it is literally like someone died in your life. Uh-huh. It's the worst.
Yeah.
But then you get used to it, and you're like, that person's doing her thing. Mm-hmm. Just keep the train rolling. So then I was always able to have it when I became a man post-high school.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you're single right now?
Single right now.
Okay. What's your perfect woman?
Oh, man. I don't believe in types.
Okay.
Like, and I know this will answer your question, but I just want to rant about this for a second. A lot of people will say, David Baker, what is your type?
Right.
I have dated all sorts of types of women. I don't think people should have types because there's beauty in every unique thing a person does. But to answer your question, my perfect woman is just someone who's funny and someone who likes to do things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all right with a night in, but let's go out. Let's travel. I like to just go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like, I'm a homebody, no offense to the homebodies, we love you, but that's not for me. I like to go out. Let's do I'm gonna look like an ass singing karaoke, but let's go do it. Let's go out dancing.
Yeah.
Let's wine and dine it up and just talk to random people. So anyone who's just willing to do new things.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's gotta be hot too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, you got to get a hottie.
Goes without saying.
No. Yeah, no.
What about you, man?
Well, no, I was relating a lot to that answer. I want somebody who wants to have fun all the time. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't literally have fun all the time,
right?
But anything can be fun. You know what I mean? And somebody who's positive. Like, kind of like you said, down for everything, down to go out, down to, because, yeah, I feel like some philosopher said this.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it was Alan Watts.
Hell yeah.
At its core, like, life is meant to be playful. And there's really, somebody else had a quote, I think, that said, there's no evidence whatsoever that life is serious.
Yep.
And if you can have fun, like, everybody's out there. Like, I noticed this recently when I was at the airport, and you just walk around downtown. You see some people that are very happy.
Oh, yeah.
You see other people that maybe it looks like they're struggling. You could just see it in their faces, or you can see like, oh, maybe they're, whatever. And everybody's just trying. If you could just not take life so seriously and just not try so much, you can really have a lot of fun in a lot of different situations. So I'm not saying you have to like party 24 hours a day or do extravagant things 24 hours a day, but having fun and liking to do things, liking to go out. And I think women do like that. I hear women, when they get in like a marriage, like let's say the people married for, 10, 20 years, part of what doesn't keep the magic alive, I've heard, is that they don't date. They don't continue going out and dating.
It's crazy.
They kind of get into a rhythm of staying at home, and we get this domestic life, blah, blah, blah. Just because it's hard. They got a lot. If they got kids, it's hard to make time for that. But I would want somebody who'd
agreed.
have fun.
I think a big problem with people is we're caught up, and this happens to me too. I'm no exception, but is being able to stay in the moment. Yeah. Stay in the moment with the person you're with, whether it's a partner or a friend, and just enjoy what's around you right now. Don't worry about those anxieties. And I think when you see those people outside that are miserable, it's because something shitty is going on, and they're not enjoying the moment.
Yeah, they're thinking about something else. And I'm not judging because
me neither.
I it's a practice, I think, of trying to like stay in a moment. And I've definitely been that guy.
Yeah, there's no
who's bumming, just like fuck.
There's no one that's perfect. I've had days where I probably look like I'm sad. I mean, it happens, but you want to have more days where you're living in that moment. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I want a woman that will shit on my chest.
That's love right there, Zach. That's love.
Nah, yeah, it would be for sure.
That's real love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a woman who is confident, knows who she is, loves herself, loves other people, wants kids. Yeah, I think I want to have kids.
I think
Joe List is gonna have a kid.
No, I didn't know that.
I just saw that on Tuesday.
I love that guy.
I'm fucking happy for him.
Did you see the movie he and Louis did?
Yep. Saw it.
4th of July?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like that manifested it. Because in that movie, he's torn about, is he going to have her or is he not? Does he love his family?
And that's his real wife in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah told him up.
I love confident women. I love, a lot of times female comics will talk about how male comedians will hit on them. I haven't done this yet, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a good boy. But
it's like work. You don't hit on a coworker.
Yeah. But the...
it's like work, but there's no HR. So it gets fucked.
Where there should be HR.
There should be HR. There should be HR for an open mic comedy. It's like, bro, we got to let you go. I'm sorry. You grabbed a handful of ass.
Yeah, too many DMs in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Can't have it. That's a funny idea.
Yeah, it is. That is a good idea. I think some of the female comics need to understand that men are very attracted to confident women. And all the women, at least in the Greenville scene, they're all badasses that go up there.
Yeah.
So that makes, that's
you gotta
an attractive feature. Yeah, you got to
Dude, to be a woman in the Greenville comedy scene?
I know.
Balls of steel.
I know.
Like, yeah. You got to deal with knuckleheads and, yeah. Yeah, it's a dangerous place. Not really. I mean, it's a dangerous place anywhere for a woman, but.
That's true.
I think it's fun when comics date sometimes,
That is no, I encourage it if it works.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just funny to hear the stories from the female comics about
the creepy ways guys can go about things.
Yeah, people being crazy, dude. It's
well, okay. This is a good question.
Sure.
What do you think it is? Because I think I've made mistakes and come across as creepy before.
Oh, for sure, I have. Yeah.
Hopefully not recently, but.
With me, you have.
20, yeah, that time I grabbed your
Whoa,
inner thigh.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. But do you think guys are? Because I feel like post Me Too, it's been like there's kind of like this stigma around all guys, and women, and like there's like a creepy factor, and guys have to like go so far the other way to not be perceived as creepy. Whereas I kind of want to believe, like, is it creepiness? Are guys like creepy or are guys just stupid?
Both. I think both are. The good thing about post Me Too is I think it's corrected a little bit. I think
Me too.
I think hey.
Me too.
I think that women like to be hit on.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with men in that situation is when men don't know how to take no for an answer, or they can't read the woman's response, her eyes, her body language, to just cut their losses. I think that's
a great point.
What goes on, just being able to take no for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think guys are, and I think that's a lot of that's guys being dumb. But then there's creeps.
Yeah. Yeah, not being able to take no for an answer is a weird.
It's a weird thing.
It's a weird response. Because what are you going to talk them into it? They don't like you. Okay.
Right.
Move on, bro. It's fine.
Yeah. It's not going to work. And when you've dated women for, I'm 30, turn 33 next month. When you've dated women for as long as I have, then you kind of know when you show interest in a woman, you kind of know when she's not down.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have to say anything. And so you just got to know when to cut their losses. But I think
sure.
I feel like the age of the cell phones and the internet has made men more stupid to that.
Yeah. Yeah. On the other side of the thing, the internet's brought a lot more awareness around, like, there's a lot of, there's awareness and there's also bad advice. Like, there's the whole Andrew Tate shit, which.
Oh, I thought we were here to talk about how great he is.
Dude, fuck that guy.
That guy, dude, his clips, I mean,
it's amazing how just being an asshole, like that, just only focusing on the parts of masculinity.
Yeah.
Which there's part of it that's right, I guess. Like, sure, do your fucking thing, be a man. That's great.
Right.
But like,
your definition, you being Andrew Tate's definition of being a man,
tool, dude,
is not
fucking tool.
That's not what masculinity is. Like, it feels like he got stoned and he watched Jordan Peterson and he goes, "I'm gonna be an extra mean version of this.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be a misogynistic version of this."
Yeah, and it worked, and he made money.
Made a ton of money.
Yeah. Not that I'm jealous. I don't care. But like, ugh.
Yeah.
Do you like Matt Rife?
So I've not seen There's a lot of hate on him right now. I've not seen any comedy stuff on him. I know
there's a lot of love on him right now too.
Right, but do comedians like him?
No.
Okay, but
I fucking hate him.
Okay, so I don't know. Have you seen his?
I'm basing this on 2 reels I saw and I couldn't watch anymore.
Okay. That could be legit.
Hey, I don't know. Look, I'll throw stuff out, and I may not be able to back it up forever.
That's fine.
Like I say, I hate Nate Bargatze. I say,
I like Nate.
I know.
It's okay. You don't have to like.
That's one I might be off on. I don't know. I say I hate Pete Davidson, and now, as of 24 hours ago, Matt Rife is on the fucking list.
But what's crazy? Did you see his tour schedule? That guy's touring for like the next 5 years. Well, I'm exaggerating, but
what is the tour schedule for real?
It's insane. His Live Nation's pumping him up. He's got all across the globe. He's going to be, at the end of this tour, he'll be the best-selling touring comic. Bigger than, Chappelle, whoever it is.
I hope he bombs at every show.
Me too. And he's dating some smoke show too.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kidding. I don't know Matt Rife at all. When I watched the stand-up that I saw, I just thought, I don't know.
I'll have to get back to you. I've not seen.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Just felt like he was just a little full of himself.
It is interesting how in comedy you can get big and not be great. Now, granted, that's my opinion. Others may disagree.
I'm not jealous either.
You sure? Because he's shredded. He's a fucking pretty man.
Off.
He's
how
sexy.
Old is he?
I don't know.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
I'm that curious about fucking Matt Rife.
He's under 30. I'm almost certain about that.
He reminds me of my friend Ross, and I actually love Ross.
Shout out to Ross.
Shout out to Ross Perry.
Matt Rife.
Age.
27.
Okay. Now Google. Never mind.
Well,
I was going to say Matt Rife net worth.
Wow, he had a special called OnlyFans. That's interesting. Oh, he's dating Kate Beckinsdale.
Can I see a picture of Kate Beckinsale?
Oh, yes, you can. She's 49 years old, but she's a smoke show.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
I hate him more now.
No, yeah.
Okay, kill him.
Kill him. Listen, I hate him, and I am jealous, I guess. I mean, I'm fine being jealous about this. But, yeah, you should look up his tour schedule. It's ridiculous.
He's dating her?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, how does she not see through that? How old is she?
She's just
49?
getting 49. She's getting some young dick. I mean, she's getting shredded young dick. I mean, that's just...
Okay.
It is what it is.
You know who I like, who is a badass and who's dating Livy Dunn and is just an absolute stud? Joe Burrow. Quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Joe Burrow rules, dude.
Dude, he is
rules.
doing it the right way.
Yeah. He's a bro, but he's cool.
He swags, and he's kind of cocky.
Yeah.
Backs it up on the field. Just how he carries himself. Dude, Joe Burrow.
Oh.
Dating Livy Dunn. Very jealous about that. Livy Dunn. Smoke.
So here's a sensitive and quick question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Is he cool or an asshole?
Cool. Fucking love him.
Interesting.
I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan. I'm not the most unbiased.
This is why I'm asking you. Okay. We'll move on there.
No. I'd love to talk about it. Like, okay.
He kind of always...
tell me you're unfiltered, like, if you don't like him. Yeah.
Well, he's one of the best ever. There's no doubt about that. But he always came off as a bit of a pretentious asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He'd show up his teammates on the field, and he's kind of passive aggressive in the media. I love sports. I follow sports media and all that shit. So, so he kind of came off like he got into fights with the Packers execs and coach. Like he's just very like Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady's obnoxious, but Tom Brady was always football
like Tom
first.
Brady.
Yeah, I mean,
on and off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was always football first.
Okay, so there's an aspect of you that says, shut up and play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Joe Burrow, to me, is just cool, and he seems like a good teammate, and who knows, he's 25, and he's young. But he is a bro in all the cool ways. Aaron Rodgers was kind of a me first guy, it seemed like.
Yeah. I hear you. I mean, I've watched every Packers game, over the last all of Aaron Rodgers' career, so 14 years. I mean, he was a kid when he got drafted, 23. I don't know. He's a complicated person. He had a chip on his shoulder.
The Brett Favre stuff happened.
Favre stuff. So
he had to be the new person and like believe in himself and step up to the plate and become great in the shadow of a legend. And there were no things with Aaron Rodgers off the field stuff for a big chunk of his career. I'd say it's only within the last, several years where Rodgers has gotten this reputation of being kind of dramatic. And
that's fair.
I think he has riffs with his family. I think he maybe got to a point where he thought, I want to win more Super Bowls, and I feel like the team isn't surrounding me with the pieces I need. And then you kind of look at how sports evolves, and you see how LeBron and these superstars in the NBA kind of dictate terms to their organizations versus the other way around. And the Packers have always kind of been like, look, it's about the organization. It's not about the individual. So all of sports is kind of moved that way a little bit. Like these social media personalities, the players become the league.
Yeah, the NFL though is still team first.
It is still team first.
The NBA is a little different.
No, it is.
Yep.
It is. So I think a part of it was kind of that unfolding and Rodgers kind of figuring out like who he was and who like what he wanted out of his career. Mm-hmm. I really liked. I think none of us are in the locker room. I think
that's true.
His close teammates and friends, like probably. I think they do, like Aaron Rodgers. You hear the negative comments, but a lot of times that may come from one or two players that, have sour grapes. You don't know. So I did really like this last couple of years where it felt like he was just having fun.
Yeah.
And he was less, well, I mean, this past season was rough because he fucking hates losing and we didn't have a great. But, I saw him having fun and really like enjoying and soaking up watching the younger guys and lifting them up and, helping Jordan Love, even though he knows this is probably fucking replacement. And
I think he's going to be
enjoying being a quarterback in the NFL because that's a really special thing. So
it is. Yeah.
I think Rodgers is really complicated, and I think to kind of form a opinion based on not a lot of it's probably bad.
That's fair.
As I shit all over Matt Rife and and Dave Bargatze.
Hey man, we all have biases
based on nothing.
That's all right. That's a fun thing to do.
It's fun to hate people though with no information.
Yeah,
you don't actually hate them, but
no, I don't.
Who's somebody you fucking hate? Not for real, but you like.
Oh, man, dude, who do I hate? Man, no, no one.
Oh come on! No, pick a celebrity that you hate.
Bill, can I say like Bill Cosby, like Harvey Weinstein? Like,
no, I don't mean like actually. I mean, like, who annoys the shit out of you? Skip Bayless. I'll give you an easy one.
I actually don't mind Skip.
You like Skip?
I'm not gonna say I like him. Who do I hate? I don't like that. No, I don't hate. I was gonna say Timothy Charlemagne, but I don't know. I don't know if I hate. He just kind of came out of nowhere.
Timothy Charlemagne.
Yeah, fuck him. He just kind of came out of nowhere, and he's Machine Gun Kelly. Boom. White rappers. It's
MGK, bro.
There are a few white rappers I like. MGK is not one of them. He paints his nails. He's banging Megan Fox. Maybe I'm a little jealous, but his music's not good. I don't. I grew up an Eminem fan. He tried to get into a rap battle with him, and that's just like, that would be like me getting in a roast battle with one of the veteran comics. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly is the answer to that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody else I hate. This is a fun topic.
It is fun.
Brian Stelter.
Dude, fuck. Fuck Brian Stelter. The worst.
Also,
that's true. If we want to get into
political pundits is easy.
Yeah.
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon, see ya, bro.
Yeah.
God, Brian Stelter, man.
Don Lemon, the dumbest man on television. Donald Trump called him the dumbest man on television.
Oh, Don Lemon one time, and you guys can look this up. He mused on live TV if the Malaysian flight was sucked into a black hole. That's a real clip.
Yeah.
Remember the Malaysian flight went down?
Mm-hmm.
Don Lemon just brought up talking to an aviator if it was a black hole.
For real? He wasn't.
No.
It wasn't like a riff about like, oh, this is crazy. Must be a black hole. He
No.
was like, no. Is it possible
They were
that
serious.
a black hole could? Did they ever find that flight?
No, I think they found pieces of it, but I don't think they found the whole thing.
Yeah, but then there was a thing like, as the pieces were real or not. Like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's
that documentary was trippy.
It was.
Malaysian flight, whatever.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't love Sean Hannity either.
Yeah, Sean Hannity's annoying.
We'll get a conservative.
Yeah,
one.
let's say that's conservatives. Yeah, who's really annoying? Steven Crowder, piece of shit.
Oh God, dude,
He actually is one.
You see that clip where
Actually,
he's
piece of shit.
talking to his pregnant wife?
Yeah.
It's like you guys talk about
Watch
family
it.
value. Yeah,
Watch it. She's pregnant. He's like, "Are you gonna go get the dog medicine?"
she's like about to bust.
He's sitting on the patio. There's a pool. His in-ground pool. Like he's like, "I can't go get the." He's like, "You're gonna do your wifely duties and pick up the fucking dog medicine."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Steven, I hear you." He's like, "But this is like very bad." He's like, "Watch it."
What?
No, this conversation's not over. He's like, "We're at an impasse." He's such a dude.
He's such a dude. Like
such a dude.
she should have hit him.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I encourage DV and female to male in that situation.
Yeah.
But a lot of those.
Shapiro's kind of annoying. I don't hate him.
Yeah, Shapiro makes.
He's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, he can make a good point, but he's too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, too much identity politics, and then yeah.
What are your thoughts on Tucker Carlson?
I don't know if the dangerous topics get me canceled with the Greenville comedian
Who
community.
cares?
Tucker is batshit about certain things, but I appreciate him because he does occasionally tell truths about things like, this is my opinion, David, but like things like the war in Ukraine, which I think is crazy that we're so involved.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells the truth about just certain things that happen occasionally. Now, sometimes he does, like, I'll agree with him, and then the next night there'll be a clip of him sounding like a white nationalist, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, hold on.
Yeah.
But he's a smart guy, and he can talk about things in an
Yeah.
articulate manner that I agree with.
Yeah.
I
I
kinda
think
where
he's
I'm at.
really funny.
he can be funny, too.
Well, I mean, not when he's trying to be. Like, he's fucking his high tone of voice. Like, what is that? What they expect us to believe?
Yeah.
Like, is that the real story?
Yeah. He was a meme.
Sure. But he does seem to have fun, and I think it's funny that he's on Twitter doing his thing. And I don't really like political anything. I'm not interested in it anymore.
Smart.
Which is fucking great. It's such a relief.
Smart.
Oh, of all the hobbies of things to follow, politics is a fucking.
See, I get too into it.
Do you really?
Yeah, man, because I'm like,
Do you ever feel like it drains you?
oh yeah, it does drain me. It absolutely does drain me. I call myself a radical centrist. I have
There you go.
reasonable
That's a good one.
views on the left and the right,
Sure.
and I go crazy on social media sometimes. It's fine. I attack people on the left and the right because we're just in such a crazy time.
Yeah.
But it can be draining, and so I will take a step away from it.
Yeah. I get really into it during the elections, or I it's like a sport. It's like you want your team to win,
And that's a problem.
and you feel good when your team wins,
That's right.
and you actually feel like, oh, some good might come of it. I mean, some things, are actually real politically, so you should
Yep.
be uninformed, I guess. But oh God, this next election year, we're coming up on one.
We're just gonna get Biden and Trump again.
Dude, I'm really curious to see what happens in the next 12 months because I'm wondering, because it's all theater, it feels that way. Like, it's just like clockwork. Like, there'll be a lot of dramatic current events happening and people are going to start to panic. But I'm wondering and really hoping that this year in 2024, people are less reactive to the candy that people are holding in front of them. Like, there's going to be a fucking shooting. There's going to be a fucking something. They're going to try to do something to rally everybody up. And I kind of want people to fucking not respond to it as like crazy as they have before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish.
Because I feel like after COVID, like the shock value of shit is less. And I feel like people are sick of it.
Bro, I have
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I absolutely know what you're saying.
Like less riots, less fucking on the left and right, less
I have one day. I have a fantasy where I want to make a documentary, if I know how to speak, about the craziness that was 2020 and how people talked about 2020 is now from Trump on. Politics was crazy, but there was just 2020 with COVID and all the stuff that happened, and the way everybody was reactive to things, left or right, and relationships ended. I want to make a documentary about it.
Yeah,
it's not quite like that now. We have cooled. The temperature has cooled, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. I would just love for everyone to collectively like fucking wake up and think, wait, what are we?
We shouldn't be fighting.
What
each
are we
other.
doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who cares?
Right.
But it'll be interesting.
Yep. These 80-year-olds, bro.
And 80-year-olds. I think it's everybody. I think the young kids.
No, I know. I just meant the two candidates we're gonna have. We're gonna be.
Oh, the candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be Trump. Because a lot of Republicans don't want him.
Yeah.
But and Trump's shtick is kind of getting old. You know.
It is.
I mean, it was really. He made a splash the first time, and I thought it was hilarious the first time because he was making all the establishment guys feel nervous, and they needed to. Yeah, it was funny to see rich, nerdy white guys get their asses kicked by a bully.
But yes, and just
not know what to do because they're not. He's a savage.
And for him to come on TV and say, "I know how this works because I donate to these people and I get what I want," I was just like, "What? People don't talk like this."
Yeah. Wow.
People don't talk about it like
this guy
this.
Gives no fucks.
Yeah.
I will say the shtick, which it is getting old, like on the social media stuff, but on a debate stage, it will be fun to watch.
Oh, dude.
That clown show.
Dude, those ratings will be unbelievable.
Yeah. Like, I don't want the serious drama, but like that kind of comedy, that's entertainment.
To where you can cut it off.
Like the WWE, bro.
No, it is. It is that. You can cut off the TV at the end of the night and you can go to bed and it's all over.
Yeah.
Instead of the real life consequences of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fucking shit's wild, man.
Mm-hmm. How are we doing on time? We're at an hour and a half.
Yep.
Do you have a hard stop or anything?
No, man. Just whenever you're good. But
I'm digging talking to you, man.
Dude, you're a cool guy, bro.
What sports are you really into? What's your favorite sport? Football?
Football is my favorite. I love the NBA. I'm following the finals. Have been great.
Yeah. Yeah, we got who's in it? Miami and Denver.
Yeah, the big.
What's the series at right now?
2-1 Denver.
Okay.
They played a night in Miami.
Who's favored?
Denver heavily.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big upset that they lost the other night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Miami, do they have a little bit of a underdog Cinderella story going?
Yeah.
'Cause they were like a what seed? 8 seed.
And Denver was a 1.
Yeah. There's another game tonight.
There's a game tonight.
Shit, yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Let's go.
This is not interesting to people because the series will be over by the time this comes out.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
But yes, they're fun to watch. Jimmy Butler for the Heat, scrappy player, and then Denver's got Jokovic, big Serbian monster. So it's fun. But I love the NFL, the NBA. Me and my friends, we play Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah.
That's a sport I still play.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
So that's fun.
How often do you get out and do that?
We haven't in a couple months, but for a while it was once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your favorite thing in the world to do?
Eat pussy.
Nice.
I love eating pussy, dude.
You do?
I fucking love it.
That is a
So are you
servant mentality.
Look, man, I look like this. I got to give everything I got, bro.
Yeah, you're kind.
Are you what do you think about eating pussy?
Well, yeah, I'll do it. Sure.
Yeah, okay. Not super excited though.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're here for honesty, David.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
It just doesn't. It doesn't happen, you know. I mean,
it doesn't happen. What
I
is?
just don't do it.
You're not good at it.
No, I used to be.
All right.
I used to be because I was going to save myself to marriage, you know. Okay, that was all I could do. Why am I talking about this?
Because I brought it up.
The filter's off.
Let's fucking go.
No, but okay.
My favorite thing to do. We'll answer this question seriously.
I should have said that. Fuck.
No,
whatever.
We'll move on.
I'll do it. Okay. I'll do it. I will do it as long as you. Yeah.
Just as long. Uh-oh.
No, it's great. It's great.
Thank you.
It's great.
We got the right answer, y'all.
It's great.
We got the right answer.
Well, it's like a girlfriend thing, and I haven't had a serious girlfriend.
Dude, so if you're hooking... Okay, I was going to try to move on, but I can't now. I can't do it. So if you're hooking up with a girl, and you're just like, this is going to be a hookup, you won't go down south? You won't go down south?
Well, I don't know. A lot of times... Oh, God.
Come on. Come on, David. You're a positive guy who doesn't give a fuck.
Making out,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll just progress to that. Sex. So...
Oh.
Okay. Living in sin. Yes. But I will. I'll do it.
Your voice went up a slight octave
I will
there.
do it. I will. I'm not above it. I will absolutely do it.
Amazing.
I was thinking you were going to say something else about what you would love the most in the world to do.
No, yeah, we'll pivot. So I pivoting from cunnilingus. I love going out and just people watching.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's at a bar with my friends, and I love meeting new people and interacting. You know, when we do after the mic, when we do karaoke, I just love talking to people, and like I love chilling outside with the comics, but talking to people in the bar and just seeing what's up and congratulating them after their song. Mm-hmm. But when I travel, like when I go to Austin here in a few weeks, I'm going to be by myself. I can't wait to meet the new comics and then go out for a drink or two and just meet people. Yeah. Never been to Austin. I'm intrigued by a blue city and a red state. I'm intrigued by that. And I just want to watch people and talk to people. I just love people, dude. Yeah. And I love...
Look at this worldview. Take notes. Yeah. It's a great way to see things.
Yeah.
I feel that way. I feel like I have for a while, but now more consciously. Yeah. You know what I mean? Did you have that conscious appreciation of kind of like observing people and getting to know them for as long as you can remember, or is this kind of more of a recent like appreciation that you've...
I think I was consciously appreciating it more. I think what really happened was I had a bad depression during COVID. Everything being shut down, and I had to stay in the house. That was not good for me. Mm-hmm. Now I was able to knock out my degree like we talked about, but I couldn't go out amongst the people. Everyone was too scared, and I didn't travel. I did travel some against the rules, but with COVID, and then as we've gone out of COVID, I was like, this is what I truly love about this world, is seeing people when the world became normal again. Yeah. Now, I went to Las Vegas in 2020 when COVID rates were at a high, but that's because I'm crazy. But yeah, to answer your question, it's definitely more recent that I sit and appreciate in that moment. God, I love this so much, meeting people and just watching them be people. Yeah. I mean, how much fun is it when we get a new comic at coffee and they go up and you're just like,
awesome.
What's this guy's story? Awesome. This lady's story.
Yeah. Like Marge, she's going to go up soon.
Marge.
She's the older lady who sits near the front.
That's right.
She's always smiling and, oh gosh. Yeah. She's so, all the people. And I think, I don't know, that helps too with stand-up. It's because like when you go to a show and you go to perform, you could think, oh fuck, I don't know how this is going to go. Or you could think, look at, these are people. Like, I like them. I want to make them feel good. That's why I'm doing this. Yep. It's like eating pussy. You know, you just give. You don't be selfish.
That's it, baby. Let's go.
So I'm gonna start eating pussy.
That's right. Don't do it for you, man. Do it for the other.
No, but no. But if you think like you give to the and like you see them, like I see,
When you're on stage, David, just think about going down on a woman. That's what you're doing on that stage, bro. That's what you're doing on the stage.
Yeah. It's all out of love.
Is that a Winston Churchill?
Winston Churchill.
Fuck, I love Winston Churchill.
Talk about courage, man. That guy stood up to Hitler when nobody else would.
I know.
badass.
French rolled over in 15 minutes. This guy hung in the pocket.
Yeah, he actually killed a bunch of French people just to make sure Hitler didn't get the ships.
That's right.
Winston Churchill was willing to murder innocent allies to save the world.
Yeah. They told him to scuttle those ships, and they didn't do it.
That's a fucked up chapter, but
it is. We just went real deep in very specific history. So.
Yeah, it's fine. What do you think your purpose in life is?
I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. I hope it's to make the people I love. Growing up the way I did and not having the love of my parents the way I wanted. Anybody in my life, friends, I always want them to feel special, and I always try to give them positive feedback. So to answer this question, I think my purpose is to just always give out the love that I didn't get when I was younger. And I try to tell myself that. And when I feel negative or sad about it, when I think about those times, I think, well, don't be sad about it. Just do the right thing and give the love you didn't get when you were younger.
Do you love yourself?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Took a long time.
Yeah.
Validation's a weird thing. And it took a long time to...
Validation? What do you mean?
Like self-validation of not hating yourself. Like not hating. Or just not liking yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I battled with that for a long time, but then it really took for me to get older, late 20s and 30, to be like, you've done a lot and you've survived a lot, so why are you so rough on yourself? Because that's not making it easier.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you love yourself?
Yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah. It took a while. I would have like the same answer. I would just like say it back.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact thing. I mean, I was blessed with a very supported and privileged childhood. But it doesn't in a sense it doesn't matter. Like there's certain things you can internalize.
Yeah.
You can create your own barriers to
absolutely
understanding who you are and not, fully accepting yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And I had different kind of dysfunction. I've talked about it too much. I won't get into it.
No, yeah. Sometimes when I talk about when me or someone else talks about having a rough childhood, it always feels bad if someone, you should never apologize for having a good childhood.
No.
And sometimes I feel like people can be made to feel that way and they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's subtlety to it. And
it's just life. It's life. Everybody's is different.
That's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all the people say.
That's right.
You're riding high in the boom, shot down in May. Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off, man?
Damn, dude, we covered a lot, man.
Yeah. You're not getting sick of it, are you?
No.
Now that I'm comfortable, I could go for a long time.
I know. I actually thought we were just hanging out for a minute, and this was just a big dick I was holding.
Yeah. That's the goal. I try to. Yeah. Some of these are fun. I think this is a good conversation.
I think so too.
But after a while, you kind of you
just lose momentum. That's fine.
You just forget what the that there's mics and stuff. Just whatever. What do you want to talk about? You got anything?
So what do you want to talk about New York, or is that too tedious?
That's what you want to talk about.
Well, I want to talk about you in New York.
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, you don't want to talk about that. We covered a lot about me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm good, dude.
Okay.
I'll say this. I appreciate how friendly you've been since I started doing comedy. And when I vented to you on Instagram DMs about having bad sets, you were always very encouraging.
I didn't mean to fish for this, by the way. This is continue.
No, you would never. And then the other night when you asked me to do that, for a long time I was like, I wonder if David will ever ask me to do it. And then I was like, is it stupid for me to think that he'd ask me to do the podcast? And then when you asked me the other night, I was like containing my excitement. So
you're awesome. You've been so supportive. You've been kind to me and saying nice things.
Yep.
And hearing that really means a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah. And you're like nice to everyone, and
I try.
you seem to just have a ton of fun in the open mics. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Before I go, we gotta do one.
What I love about our scene.
There's nothing like special. Like I just like
No, I know.
ask whoever. It's not like a thing, but
I know. I get it. But what I love about our comedy scene is anytime you have a shitty set, nobody makes you feel bad.
mm-hmm.
Nobody comes and dunks on you. Everybody either says nothing because they're worried about their own shit or they're encouraging.
Yeah.
So it's a great comedy scene. You guys have all been real nice.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. You gonna do comedy forever?
I think I want to try to get as good as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like quit my job and move to Los Angeles. I don't think I have that kind of talent. But I'm gonna keep doing it and get better at it and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah. Don't even say that. I mean, if you wanna.
Yeah. There's been
the
a large
nice thing
improvement.
about comedy is all you have to do is keep showing up.
It's true.
And if you like it for
Love
what
it.
it is, where you're at right now, then fuck it.
I love it, dude. It rules ass.
Yeah. Cool, man. We want to shout out your socials.
Follow me at The Real Kind Foal.
Where does that name come from?
It comes from my, ladies, don't get too wet here, my Xbox Live gamer tag.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't even game anymore very much, but I love that kind foal tag. So that's it. Just
Instagram?
Instagram and Zach Stevens on Facebook, and that's it. Yep.
No YouTube channel?
Nope.
No.
I should probably work on that, huh?
You can.
Yeah.
I
Well, David,
it's all about getting your name out there in some form, or
my dumb face out
or
there.
making stuff.
David, this has been a lot of fun.
It's been real.
Thanks, man.
It's been fun. It has been real fun.
Love it, love it, love it.
Fun. All right, man. Thanks
See
for
ya.
coming, dude. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Once that deal is done, ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done, ain't got no boats to run. Once that deal is done, ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done.